Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about how we went up 20 spots in the first round to grab a premier receiver and just what it means for the Lions, as it was totally unexpected, something that we just didn't know what we were doing moving up that far, what it was going to cost us. And now that the dust settled a little bit on that first round, it's really awesome what the Lions did. So I'll get into what it means for the Lions, the Vikings, the Packers, just our whole mindset as a franchise now by doing this move. So let's get into it. We're sitting there at 12, Olave, Garrett Wilson, these receivers that are going in the first round that we knew would go in the first round, but now they're really coming off the board. And I think listening to Brad Holmes, you could tell that they would probably take any of those three, and all of a sudden they start to go. So Brad Holmes makes the move to go from 32 all the way up to 12. So when this happens, I don't know about you guys, but it's definitely like, oh no, boy, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? That's way too far to move up. That's going to be immediately. Craig and I, we were going live with it. Immediately thought that's a future first rounder. That's our 32, 34, and probably fourth round pick. Plus a future second. I mean, it was just like, this is way too much. What player is possibly worth going up 20 spots? Well, you look deeper into it and it's like, oh my gosh, what we really did. And you guys did a great job in the comments, really making this concise, and I'll try to do my best. We still have our 2 picks in the first round, pick number 2 and 12. So we've got premium picks, and we keep a second round pick and we only lose a third round pick. And we move back 12 spots in round 2, but we moved up 20 in round 1. It's incredible. It's like, oh my gosh. So what Brad Holmes, I'm just picturing him last year watching the Lions, sitting there just wanting to die as we had no receivers, no ability to score, going 3 and out, putting our bad defense in just terrible spots. We're going for it. We're being aggressive. I think Brad Holmes, everybody's like, we're not going to sit around anymore. Look what a big time track star receiver can do. You can take a slant, take it 20 yards, bang. You can take a slant, take it 50 yards. I mean, you just cannot scheme up and draw up plays well enough in the National Football League to just go 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards. I mean, there's only so much you can do with St. Brown, doing different things in the slot and going across the middle. But with Jameson Williams, I mean, if you've forgotten about him or don't know anything about him, watch highlights of this guy. It's incredible. He is on another level and doing it against the best. So I heard it in the national championship, and I've heard it since. If he stays healthy, they beat Georgia. They beat the best defense we've ever seen in college football. He's running all over. The guy is sick. He didn't run the 40 because he was hurt. He's hurt. I mean, he's a 4.2 guy. I mean, this guy is incredible, and he's coming to us now, and he provides that pop. So let me just show you what the Vikings had to say about this, because it's really interesting to look at what the other side has to say about it, because, you know, we're the Lions. Well, yeah, this is good. We're doing good. But when you look at what the Vikings, so this is from the Star Tribune. The only problem with the Vikings is that they consistently have a good enough players to be competitive, but lack the special player at the right position who elevates the entire franchise. So we don't want to be the Vikings. No offense to the Vikings. I would trade the last 10 years, to be like the last 10 years, like where the Vikings are just kind of in the mix. They go to the playoffs. Hey, that's all great, but we don't want to be the Vikings. We don't want depth pieces, right? That's what Craig and I were asking for throughout. Like, hey, let's have a lot of picks. Well, let's not trade up. We need to get, 4th, 5th round, all this stuff. And it's like, Brad Holmes is like, no, we need some pop. Because Aiden Hutchinson, he's not a Bosa. So he's going to be very good. I'm very excited for him, but he's not your home run pop hitter from the defensive side of the ball. But this guy is one of the special wide receivers that nobody thought we would have a chance at, that we now have. We now have. So we've got a great offensive line, great wide receiver room, great running back room, and Goff. Hey, what if Goff plays well? I mean, that's the thing, right? We could talk about it. What if Goff plays well? So you can see it right here. roster depth is nice, but it's not the same as adding a star. I mean, that is just, it's this league, tell me who the Chiefs backup safety is. I have no idea, but I can see Tyreek Hill just 80-yard touchdown. Boom, 7-0. I mean, right. That is the stuff that we've lacked in Detroit. So we go up, and we didn't like it at first. Craig and I did not like this at first because we assumed it would be a future first-round pick, future second-round pick, a first, second, just a bad, where you're just getting rid of a ton of picks to move up 20 spots. But instead, we get an outstanding player, and we only give up a third-round pick. I mean, really give a third-round pick. So if he turns out to be Randy Moss, we're never going to worry about that third-round pick. So, that's a lot to ask. I'm not saying he's going to be Randy Moss. But my point is, you give yourself a chance with a dynamic, real-time player. So obviously the thing I don't like is that he was injured. Now, he doesn't have an injury history. He just got injured. Unfortunately, it was the last game of the possible last game you could have in college football. So that hurts. And so our expectations are, hey, take it slow, get him back week 3, 4, 6. I don't care. Keep him ready to go. We've got a star ready to come in, 3, 4, 5, 6 games into the season, see what it does. Now, we definitely need to move forward with defense going forward, but we said, hey, we'll take a star wide receiver. It's shown Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, you need a wide receiver. So why this is so big is we take the Vikings right out of that prime position. They go get Seen, I think, or Dax. No, they get Seen. You get Seen, we get Williams, and we'll see how that matchup goes in the future. And unless, Seen's outstanding and he's pick sixing and scoring on us, then I don't see that. I see Williams making the plays against him. So I'm excited to see how that goes. And then the Packers, man, they are dying for a receiver, right? And they have to look at it. Aaron Rodgers has to look at it. That's what I'm asking you to do. What the Lions just did is what I want my front office to do, the Packers. And they just sit there and they get two really good defensive players. Great for them. But you got to be thinking, Aaron Rodgers going to be thinking, I got 3 years left at the most. I'm going to 1 year at a time, and you can't go get me a star, one of these star wide receivers, somehow package something together, do something. The Lions just did it like it was nothing. So it just shows that's the type of stuff. Brad Holmes, he's not just making boneheaded plays or boneheaded moves. There's a purpose. There's a reason to what he's doing, and it's working so far in this draft. We've got the best D-end, you could argue the best D-end, the best receiver available. We've got them, and that's 2 huge areas that we needed. So we have picks remaining. We go defense, and we let Aaron Glenn do what he has to do there on the defensive side of the ball. But offensively, geez, if you can score, I mean, that changes that just helps your defense. Obviously, we just couldn't score. We were 3 and out. It was hard. We were going for it on 4th down. We were going for it in our own territory because we had to, because we had nothing. So this is huge for the Lions, and it's easier to be better on offense than it is to be It's easier to be better on offense than it is to be better on defense. What I mean by that is you're more likely to score and have the ability to score rather than I'm just going to shut you down. Like, that's just really hard to do in the NFL. So with the rules and everything now, so it's like, it's a space game. It's a matchup game. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to take care of St. Brown doing all kinds of stuff? What about Hawkinson? What about Chark? What about Reynolds? Now we've added this speedster running a post. So you're like, I got to go deep with him. Hutch is under, or now you got Hawkinson underneath. It's just, you got Swift out of the backfield. I mean, okay, Jared. Okay. But it really is coming down to Jared Goff at this point. So, hey, love this trade. Love that we gave up a 3rd-round pick to move up 20 spots to go get a premier receiver that we just didn't do a single video on him, didn't cover him because we weren't going to get one of these top wide receivers, but we did. So, hey, if you have not subscribed, please do that. And we're going to go live for the 2nd round as well tonight. So keep an eye on that. Let me know your thoughts on the trade when you first saw it, what you thought, and we will see all of you on the next one.